They say the worst kind of heartbreak is the one where you're still alive, but feel like you're slowly dying inside. You smile for the world, but inside you're shattered. They also say time heals everything, but no one tells you how long it takes, or how many nights you'll cry yourself to sleep, how many times you'll scroll through old messages, debating whether to delete them or hold on just a little longer. This is Becky's story, but maybe it's also yours. Becky was the kind of girl who loved without holding back. She loved deeply and believed in forever, in soulmates, and also believed in fixing what's broken, no matter how many pieces it fell into. She gave him her time, her dream, her trust, her entire self, but he only gave her pieces in return. And at first, it felt like a dream. But slowly, that dream began to feel like a nightmare she couldn't wake up from. He didn't hit her, but his words did. She was emotionally abused on a regular basis. The way he made her feel, small, invisible, unworthy. He'll say to her, "Why are you so emotional? You're lucky I even stayed with you. Maybe if you were better than this, I'd love you more." And she believed him. Oh God, she believed him. Every single time. Because when you're starving for love, even crumbs feel like a feast. But the truth is, love isn't supposed to hurt like that. It's not supposed to leave you crying on the bathroom floor at 2 a.m., feeling like you're not enough. One night, after yet another fight where he made her feel like nothing, she looked at her reflection, her eyes swollen and tired, hands shaking, heart completely broken, and she thought. Laughter had turned into silence. Support turned into manipulation. Love turned into control. Then she whispered to herself and said, "I miss me. I miss the girl who laughed without fear. The girl who believed she was enough." Becky missed the girl she lost while trying to save a relationship that was slowly killing her spirit. But Becky stayed on, hoping for better days. Because leaving felt scarier than staying. And very time she tried to walk away, he'd say, "I'm sorry, I'll change." And for a moment, she'd believe him. But each promise got broken and worsened the pain and disappointment that she felt in her heart. One day, she said to herself, "This isn't love, this is survival." And that day, she left. Not just the house. She left behind the version of herself that accepted crumbs and went in search of the version that knew she deserved the whole damn cake. So she left. And no, it didn't appear brave at first. It was terrifying. It felt like ripping her heart out of her own chest. But deep down, something louder than fear whispered, "This is not the end, this is your rebirth." Healing wasn't pretty. It was messy, loud, and exhausting. Some days she stayed in bed. Some days she replayed every memory, wondering if it was really that bad. But slowly, the silence stopped feeling like punishment and started feeling like peace. The tears became less frequent. The smile, it returned this time for her. She began falling in love again, but this time with the girl in the mirror. She stopped asking, "Why didn't he love me?" and started asking, "Why didn't I love myself enough to leave sooner?" But she forgave herself for staying till breaking point, and she began healing at her own pace. But healing wasn't easy. The mornings felt empty, the nights lonelier. There were days she questioned if she made a mistake. But little by little, the silence became peace. The loneliness turned into solitude. And eventually, solitude became strength. She started doing things just for her. She took long walks, did journaling, rediscovering the dreams she once had. She reconnected with friends and drew closer to God and started attending church services. She also opened up in therapy. Eventually, she began loving the person in the mirror again. It wasn't about revenge. It wasn't about proving a point. It was about healing. It was about choosing herself every single day, even on the days that it felt impossible. To anyone out there hurting, trying to make sense of broken pieces, you are not alone. Your pain is valid. Your healing is yours. Take your time. Cry if you need to. Grieve, scream, write, dance, sleep, just take your time. But please, do not go back to what broke you. You deserve softness, kindness, patience. You deserve a love that feels like peace, not chaos. Becky's story is still being written, and so is yours. But today, she wakes up with hope. She looks in the mirror and smiles, not because life is perfect, but because she is free from manipulation, control, and abuse. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs healing. Comment below if you've been through something similar. Let's remind each other that we are stronger than our scars. So breathe, heal, rise, and grow. Remember, you didn't lose. You found you, and you're not alone anymore. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Press the notification bell and stay tuned for more stories that heal. Thanks for your support.